Welcome friends and love seekers, this is Mystic Al, or Nathan. We have another pick a card reading here for you today. Today's theme is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I've just been putting off, but I've decided today is the day, and that is, who will I marry? So it's all about your future spouse, husband or wife, about their personality traits, the things that they're good at, their strengths, maybe even their weaknesses, things that they're working through currently, maybe what kind of job they're in, how they look, and about your relationship with them. So we have 4 piles for you to choose from today. Pile 1 is with this purple arrow. Pile 2 is the red crab. Pile 3 is this multicolored circular magnet. And pile 4 is the butterfly magnet. As per usual, please use your intuition to choose a pile. Remember, this is a general reading, so take any of that which resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Just like to plug myself on Instagram also. You can follow me there at mystic_L_318. I do weekly pick-a-card readings and daily tarot readings and stuff like that. So look me up on Instagram. And moving on from that, let's get started with pile number 1 to find out all about who you're going to marry. Hello and welcome pile 1. Let's find out who you are going to marry in the future. What their personality is like, what they look like, what kind of job they may have, all about your relationship with them. We're going to start first, before we get into the oracle cards, with the personality trait bowl. So I'm going to close my eyes and draw a few cards or tags from here. See if we can get maybe 4 or 5. This one. 2. 3, 4. Let's start with those cards. Let's start with those. Oh, I got more than 4 or 5, but that's okay. So the first sign, the first card is messy. Interesting, this person's a bit messy. Maybe all over the place. They have a great sense of humor though, which is good to hear. Ooh, they're adventurous. Maybe they like to get outdoors and go hiking. Like to try new things. They're very artistic too, beautiful. Ooh, a homebody. Oh, and beauty. And that could relate to both inner and outer beauty. Somebody that maybe you find attractive, or there's something about them that's quite alluring to you. Interesting. I think they're a good mix of cards there for you, pile 1. I am getting the feeling from this person that I get a very sensitive soul energy from this person with the artistic card here. Along with the beauty related to inner beauty and outer beauty. And the homebody, somebody that likes to spend time at home, probably spend a lot of time around friends and family and those people that are most dear to them. Somebody that's quite sensitive, has a lot of love to give, I'm sensing. But it looks as if they're also quite creative. They have a great sense of humor and make you laugh. But also very artistic too. And not surprisingly, I think with a lot of artists, they're maybe a little bit messy, which tend to indicate that maybe they're up in their head a lot. They tend to overthink a lot, potentially. But somebody that I think channels that extreme mental power and energy into something very creative or artistic. This could be something that they do for their career, or it could be also just the way that they express themselves and the way they sort of decorate their house and home. They like to spend a lot of time at home, so potentially they like to, stylize their home and change it up, try new things is what I'm seeing. But most definitely someone that you find quite attractive and that makes you laugh, which I think is really beautiful for you, pile 1. Moving on from that, let's have a look at your oracle cards to get a better idea about their personality. We'll start with the 2 Chakra Insight oracle cards. Your first card is the card of compassion. Beautiful, caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness. There you go. As I mentioned earlier, somebody that I would consider to be a sensitive soul with gentleness there, compassion. Somebody that maybe has been through a bit in life and has developed a really soft, caring outlook on life. Likes to really look after those people that they hold most dear to their heart. I do sense that this is probably somebody that messy could also relate to their life in general. Maybe they've had a bit of a messy upbringing or a messy life up until this point, pile one. So all of those trials and tribulations and up and downs in life has probably allowed them to like really mellow and soften in a sense, and because of it, they're very empathetic for other people that are going through personal challenges. Somebody that I think is probably not very judgmental at all, likes to accept people for who they are right now and what they're currently going through. So most definitely a really like soft, loving, and beautiful soul is what I'm seeing. Ooh, and you have the sacral chakra, beautiful, which is the divine feminine center of the body, which really just reiterates what I was saying about having like really soft, loving, a beautiful sort of compassionate outlook on life and how they sort of interact with other people around them. In terms of the way that they interact with you, I just see this as somebody that really is quite attentive and probably very, very caring, likes to like really make sure that you or their partner is looked after, spends a lot of time really like checking in with that person that they hold most dear, showing a lot of love and affection, absolutely. And making sure that you're having a good time too whilst doing that. Also interesting what I'm seeing here with the sacral chakra falling under the artistic card. The sacral chakra is also the like creative, like fertile center of the body. This talks about like strong creative energy. I sense that this person likes to channel all of those sort of hardships that they've been through, their darker attributes into sort of creative talents, whatever that may be. It might be like painting or art, potentially even singing or writing songs and lyrics. It could even be related to like just journaling their thoughts down or something like that. Somebody that really knows how to like use all of that mental sort of pent up energy in their head to channel into something quite like beautiful, something quite beautiful that they should really share with the rest of the world. So this is quite a really dreamy, soft, like compassionate energy I'm getting from this person. I hope you're into someone that's a little bit artistic and probably quite unique in the way that they present themselves, the way they dress. Possibly also the things that they say is quite out of the box, I'm sensing. I just think they have a really interesting outlook on life. Like all of the experiences that they've been through really haven't tainted them. It's only sort of strengthened the resolve to like make the most of life and to do the things that they really, really love. Pointing out that they also have adventurers here. So this is somebody that takes risks, likes to try new things, absolutely. And just spends life living life, not letting anything get them down. And I think in a relationship, that's probably their outlook too. They want to make sure that their partner or you, the person that they're going to marry, is having a good time, is doing things that they love to do, likes to spend a lot of time at home with them too, is probably very like sensual and I'm sensing also probably very giving in a relationship. Definitely somebody that checks in to make sure that you're doing okay and that all of your needs are met is what I'm saying, pile one. Lovely. Moving on from that, your next three cards. You have the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. You have the new moon. A new start is coming. And your final card is the card of acceptance. Beautiful. I love that, how that matches with the green and the compassion card. Once again, somebody that has a lot of love to give. And as I mentioned also, is very non-judgmental, accepts people for who they are and what they're currently going through, and likes to, I think, probably try to counsel them through, because they've been through so much in their own life. They've got so much experience that they can use to help guide or counsel or soothe people when they're going through some rough times in life. It says, you are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Interesting. I think that sort of indicates that they've done that in their past. Absolutely. What I am seeing with the acceptance card and the new moon and new start is coming, this is somebody that's definitely changed their life. I think maybe in the past with the messy card here, they possibly lacked direction. I think because this is somebody that I really think like is in their own head a lot. maybe tended to like get down on themselves or had really high expectations of what they wanted from life, and they could never actually meet like their own expectations. They put themselves on a pedestal and couldn't quite achieve the things they wanted. But they've taken some time, I think, probably in their recent past, to really try and overcome their own personal demons, and to start to see, I guess, the blessings for the experiences that they've been through, which allows them to be very, very compassionate and empathetic towards other people, and really just to accept people for who they are and what they're going through. But also I'm seeing they've done a lot of work, like starting to actually see what talents and gifts they have. I think now they're really starting to see with the new moon here that they have a lot to offer, and now they're ready to actually meet somebody that accepts them for who they are too, accepts them for I guess their messy side, their faults, their quirkiness, their odd sense of humor. I'm seeing. I think also they've started to see that all of those things that they went through were kind of a blessing in disguise, because it's allowed them to really like channel their darkness and that excessive mental energy into making and creating something really and truly amazing and quite beautiful, I'm seeing. So I think this person is a real catch, absolutely. And it's beautiful here that you have the card of beauty too. So I do sense that this is somebody that you find attractive. Pile 1. This is someone that I think is very, very sensual too, with the sacral chakra. Lots of sensitivities, sensualities. The sacral chakra relates to, I guess, the sexual center of the human body. So most definitely someone that's quite alluring too, if you know what I mean. I just think they really, really changed their life for the better, with the lotus flower coming out of the muddy darkness. The lotus flower blossoms and grows out of like really murky and dirty water, and ends up becoming this beautiful, like, blossoming, radiant flower. This is someone that's done a lot of work to try and change their life for the better, and is now like living a life where they don't actually want to go back to being in the dark anymore. They're focused on just having a good time and making sure that they do things that they love. And I think that's what they expect and want from their partner too, because they have a lot of love to give. They thoroughly enjoy spending a lot of time at home. And I think they enjoy being around the people that are most dear to them. Absolutely, the person that they're going to marry. And with the gibbous moon here, once again, I think this is just an indication that they've done a lot of work to overcome their own personal demons and challenges, and they're finding peace now. They're almost at a place where they're fully accepting of who they are and what they've been through. Beautiful reading for you, Pile 1. This person is a catch, if you ask me. Moving on, just to close out your reading, let's see if we can get any further messages from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck about this person and how potentially even you may meet them. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, from pile number 1 about who they're going to marry? Ooh. Oh, wow, yes. So you got the Knight of Wands there. Lots of passion, right? They're very, very driven to live the life that they want. I just got a really fun-loving energy from this person. The suit of Wands tends to indicate your spirit, creative talents too also. So I think this is somebody that's really on a journey to hone their creative gifts, and potentially they want to do that as a career. But I just see somebody that's very, very passionate, very compassionate, but also just has a lot of fun. Everything they do, I think, has got to be an adventure. It has to be something that they enjoy. Ooh, and the King of Swords, and that's not surprising, because I was picking up on somebody that's very, very cerebral, tends to be in their head a lot, likes to overthink, but is highly intelligent too. Knows where they're going in life and what they want to achieve. I think they're going to achieve a lot. And with you by their side, I see them being unstoppable. Absolutely. Beautiful reading for you, Pile 1. Go out there and get them. That's all I have for you. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I just want to thank my guides and your guides for allowing us to have this beautiful reading. Thank you, Spirit. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to Pile 2. Hello, welcome Pile 2 with the little red crab, which always reminds me of the zodiac sign of Cancer. maybe they're a Cancer. They may have some strong Cancerian placements in the chart. Anyway, let's find out about the person that you're going to marry. But before we get onto your oracle cards, we'll start with the personality bowl, and we'll get 3 or 4 cards from here to get an idea about their personality. I'm going to close my eyes and draw some cards. I'll get 1 or 2 more. One more. There you go. Let's see what cards we have here. Ooh, first one is artistic, which actually came out for part number 1 also. We have perceptive, interesting. Extroverted, okay, somebody that likes to get outdoors, very loud and, you know, likes to show themselves off. Ooh, adventurous, nice. We also have introvert, okay. An extroverted introvert, potentially. Ooh, strong, muscular. So they probably have a very, very strong physique. Maybe they go to the gym a lot, they work out, they like to look after their health. And your final card is beauty also, which came out for pile number 1. So beautiful. That goes really, really well, I think, with strong and muscular. Not to say that you need to be strong and muscular to be beautiful, but I think this is somebody that like really takes care of their body. They probably spend a lot of time working out. They probably thoroughly enjoy exercising. In a sense, they probably stick to a strict diet. Somebody that also looks out is very sort of conscious about the way they look, I think. With the perceptive card here indicating that they have a strong perception about, I guess, fashion and making sure that they present themselves quite well, which also goes quite well with the extroverted card, I think, too. Interesting. It seems to me that this person's sort of up and down with the extroverted and the introvert. I think I'm sensing that this person probably is an introverted heart, but knows how to sort of put on that outgoing, sort of loud, social persona when they're out meeting new people, I'm thinking. So somebody that like knows how to sort of mold their personality to suit the people that they're around. Also too, this person's quite artistic, which as I mentioned came out for pile number 1. But just generally I think somebody with adventurous too that likes to spend a lot of time outdoors, working on their fitness. They probably enjoy going for hikes, spending time in nature, I'm sensing. And just doing things that they thoroughly enjoy, which I think is really nice. Moving on from that, let's get some further ideas about their personality, pile 1. With your oracle cards, we'll start with your chakra insight oracle cards. Ooh, okay, oh wow. Ooh, perspective is what, no, that's perspective, not perceptive. You have number 37, seeing perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. But that really does go well with perceptive. I just get a feeling this person is quite intuitive, I'm sensing. Somebody that I think has the ability to really read people quite well when they first meet them. They have like strong inner like knowings about somebody's personality, or really make snap judgments quite quickly, I think, on a first meeting. But they tend to be quite correct, I'm sensing. I think this person also has an innate ability to be able to tell how people are feeling, to tell when people are feeling up or down. Quite sort of almost empathic or very intuitive, I'm sensing, definitely. Ooh, and you have the heart chakra, which I think is really lovely. Number 22 for pile 2, 222. It's quite synchronistic, and I think that really sort of aligns well with this person being quite intuitive. I have a feeling that they're quite spiritually aligned. Also with the heart chakra relating to your heart, which is the emotional center of the body, which talks about your intuition, following like those emotional nudges to give them an idea about somebody's personality. I just see somebody that is incredibly intuitive is what I'm seeing. Pile 2. So I hope you're looking for somebody that has an innate ability to know when you're feeling down, and I think also has the ability too with the heart chakra. I'm getting very compassionate energy from this person that will go out of their way to make sure that their partner is looked after and try to make them feel better when they're feeling a little bit down and out is what I'm sensing. Beauty too can often talk about inner beauty, right? Not just outer beauty, but inner beauty. I think this person is just very, very gentle and loving. With the heart chakra here in the beauty card, I'm going to put that just there. Somebody that has a lot of love to give. I think the person you're going to marry is incredibly sensitive. And I think that goes really, really well with being compassionate and intuitive. They're not afraid of showing their emotions. I think when they're elated, they're out and they have a great time and they like to show off their positive feelings. But when they're feeling a little bit down or frustrated, they tend to show off their emotions also. But I do sense this is somebody that also knows how to work through their emotions. I don't think they will harbor their emotions and let them get the best of them. I think this is somebody that most definitely knows how to talk through what they're feeling and thinking. So a very, very open person too. Somebody that I think knows that truth and honesty, truth and honesty is integral to maintaining a really balanced, harmonious relationship. They're also incredibly intelligent too. With the seeing card here, it says in knowledge and perceptive. This is somebody that is incredibly bright, I'm sensing, can read between the lines in conversations, but also is probably very, very book smart. I sense that they're very well learned. They may have a university degree or potentially even higher than that. Somebody that spends a lot of time reading, likes to expand their knowledge on certain interests, absolutely. And somebody I think that is very, very comfortable talking about a wide variety of different topics and interests. So I think this is someone that will also take a lot of interest in your own interest pile too, which I think is really beautiful. Just a well-rounded individual, really, is what I'm seeing. Somebody that's highly perceptive, very intelligent, well-studied, well-learned, has a very big heart, but also likes to look after the way they look after their body, and I think is quite spiritually aligned in the sense that they look after body, mind, and soul. Beautiful. Moving on from that, your next two cards. Oops. You have the energy as gaining momentum, the waxing moon. Okay. And you have the waning moon. What do you need to release? And your final oracle card is the cooperation card. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. Okay. Cooperation too. 222, right? As we picked up on earlier. I think this person is really looking out for a relationship. They're ready to be in a relationship. They're ready to meet their soulmate. And that's you, because you're the person that they're going to marry, pile two. I just get the sense that they will achieve so much more in their life, having somebody by their side that actually supports their vision, that wants the same things in life, that has similar values. I do sense that you're probably quite spiritual also, which isn't really surprising if you're watching a tarot reading on YouTube, pile two. But a lot of these colors too just remind me of the upper three chakras of the throat chakra, the mind chakra, or the third eye, and this sort of violet mauve color related to the crown chakra. Someone that is quite intuitive and perceptive, spends a lot of time looking after their spiritual needs, I'm sensing. I am seeing somebody here with the waning moon and the what do you need to release that maybe could be a strong counselor, definitely in the healing modality. Also with the heart chakra, they've got a lot of love to give, wanting to heal other people. They may be a tarot reader or something like that with their strong intuitive and perceptive abilities and their need and want to be a healer. I see someone that could do really well being a psychologist or a mentor, being able to see what needs to change in people's lives, help people overcome certain challenges or addictions or bad habits. Somebody that's very, very patient also, I'm sensing. That really makes sense too with the introvert and the extroverted cards here. Somebody that has the ability to like bring out the best in people, allow people to see their own talents, their own gifts, their own strengths, start to change their mindset, change their perspective, start to change their perspective and outlook on life. And I think in a relationship, this is somebody that will make sure that you're doing okay, constantly check in with you to make sure that everything's all right. Has a very similar view on what they want from life, I'm sensing. With the waxing moon here, the energy is gaining momentum. This really gives me an indication that they're just around the corner, pile two. If you haven't met this person yet, you may actually be in a relationship, and this is a confirmation that you needed, that this is the right person for you. But if you're still single and you're looking for love, you're looking for the person that you're going to marry, this card just indicates to me that very, very soon the energy is gaining momentum. You're very close to meeting this person. I'm also seeing that somebody that I think probably spends a lot of time in nature. And I say that because there's some trees here in the seeing cards. You've got the green in the cooperation and the heart chakra, along with the adventurous card, which talks about to me of somebody that likes to be outdoors, spending time out hiking, spending time on the beach, going for long walks. And if that's something that you're interested in, that's most definitely something that you can do together. Oh, I just noticed also you have the crab too, which reminds me of Cancer, who are the most sort of compassionate, loving, motherly, and nurturing of all of the zodiac. I did pick up on that earlier. This person may have strong Cancerian placements, or just embodies the energy of Cancer, of like really being supportive and nurturing, looking after those people that they love. They've got a lot of love to give, and they want to bring out the best in people, is what I'm seeing. This person is amazing, very well-rounded, and a lot to offer. Beautiful. Moving on from that, let's get some closeout messages. Let's see if we can get anything else from Spirit about this person. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, about pile number 2, who they're going to marry, how they may meet this person? Any further messages about their personality, please, Spirit? Any further messages? Thank you. Yeah, this is somebody that I think is a real catch, pile 2. Someone that most definitely you could spend the rest of your life with. Ooh, the Magician. Wow, they can make anything happen. Once again, the Magician. I always love the Magician card because it's, you can see he's holding a rod up to the sky or to the ethereal realms and really grounding this knowledge into reality, and because of it is able to follow any insights or messages that he's receiving to like manifest the goals that he has in life. This is somebody that's like achieved a lot or on the way to achieving a lot with the waxing moon here. The energy is gaining momentum. They have a lot that they want to achieve, and they're on the way. They know what it is that they want to do, and they're trusting in all insights and guidance that they're receiving in order to be able to follow and create the life that they've always wanted. But I think having you by their side, it almost looks like as if he's pointing to the cooperation card, will allow them to manifest their goals even faster and potentially even push far beyond what they ever thought they could imagine, is what I'm seeing. Beautiful. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 2? But also, as I mentioned, somebody that's very well-rounded. They've got all of the elements there in the Magician card. Pentacles or earth energy, cups and water energy, the rod related to wands and fire energy, and also infinity related to air energy. Ooh, okay. The final card is the Four of Cups, which does indicate to me that maybe in the past they haven't always had it easy. They've had to work through certain challenges too. Potentially they've had to change paths in life. They maybe been a little bit disappointed previously about where their life was going, and really had to take some time out to assess what's important and what it is that they want. But I think now they're on the way to like creating the life that they want. But as I mentioned, having you by their side will make them unstoppable. This person has it all. Go get him, pile 2. And just remember, I sense it's not too far away, just around the corner. That's all I have for you. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I want to thank your guides and my guides for allowing us to have this reading today. Thank you very much, Spirit. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 3. Hello, and welcome pile 3 with this multicolored round magnet. Let's find out who you're going to marry. We'll get onto your oracle cards soon, but first I'm going to start by drawing some personality traits from the personality bowl. Let's get an idea about their strengths, their personality, the type of person they are. I'm going to close my eyes. We'll get 4 or 5 cards. One or 2 more. There we go. Ooh, I always end up getting more than I envisaged, but that's okay. So you have, ooh, we had extroverted, okay. Somebody that likes to be around other people. Ooh, they're eccentric, a little bit odd, unique. Sexual, okay. So that does indicate to me that you might find them quite attractive, but also a lot of sexual energy. And adventurous, which I think goes quite well with sexual, so I'm going to put that right there. They may be quite adventurous in the bedroom. Oh, they have a bubbly personality. Okay, that goes really well with eccentric and extroverted. Nature, I kept that in because I thought, well, they've got a positive nature, but also somebody that I think maybe spends a lot of time in nature, likes to get outdoors. Maybe it takes some time sometimes to go on like spiritual retreats in nature, potentially. Dramatic. And the final card is uptight. Okay, uptight meaning that sometimes maybe they can be a bit tense. Their energy can be they can be a little bit stubborn sometimes, but that's okay. We all have our ups and downs, don't we? We all have our positive and negative traits. Interesting. I just get a really fun-loving, unique personality here with bubbly personality, eccentric, and extroverted. This is somebody that likes to spend a lot of time around other people. Is quite social, I'm sensing. With dramatic, I think maybe they have a bizarre sense of humor and they like to shock people, maybe with the things that they say or the expressions that they come out with that can be quite shocking and jarring sometimes, maybe just to try and get a response or a reaction from people, I think. But most definitely somebody that I think is a people person with bubbly personality there. This does indicate like a warm, loving, peaceful person, despite the fact that sometimes they might be a little bit uptight. I see somebody that likes to spend a lot of time outdoors too, with the nature card and adventurous. So maybe they like to travel a lot. They might go hiking, spending a lot of time out on the beach or, in the forest, spending time with nature. But also, as I mentioned earlier, with sexual and adventurous, somebody that's not shy of, trying new things, if you catch my drift, pile 3. If that resonates for you, good for you. Dramatic also, too, could indicate, being in drama. Somebody that maybe has a natural flair for showing themselves off. I'm getting strong, Leo energy here. Somebody that likes to be in the limelight, that is very extroverted and social, likes to show themselves off, is quite proud of themselves and their achievements, I'm sensing. So maybe somebody that's actually achieved a lot and is on a path of making a lot happen in their life. Lovely. Let's get some further ideas about their personality. We'll start with your 2 Chakra Insight Oracle cards. The first card is Insight. Number 42, Understanding, Awakening, Awareness, and Self-Evaluation. Okay. Ooh, and you have the card of Faith. Interesting. Hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. Interesting. I was picking up on somebody that likes to maybe spend a bit of time in nature, connecting with nature and spirit, I'm sensing. I have a feeling that this person is very, very spiritual or quite religious. And I think maybe that's something that you probably have in common, pile 3. The person you're going to marry really puts spirituality or their religious beliefs as one of their highest priorities in life. They're very, very like dogmatic about the things that they believe, is probably very disciplined in their own spiritual or religious practices. As you can see here with the insight card, this person is in meditation, connecting to spirit. And they constantly have faith in something bigger than them. I think faith gives them the hope they need to keep persevering and to achieve the things that they want from life. Because I did mention that this is somebody that I sense really has a strong sense of self and what they can achieve, what they're capable of. They're on a journey to making a lot happen. Somebody that I think would do really, really well in like the arts, or in some sort of role where they get to be center stage, potentially as like a manager of their own corporation. They could be a leader of some format. But with these two cards, both related to, like, this is related to the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, somebody that's very spiritually aligned. I sense probably trusts in any divine guidance that they receive. And I think maybe, because this is a love reading about the person you're going to marry, I sense potentially is like trying to manifest a loving relationship, has set the intention through meditation of the relationship that they want, and now they're really relying on spirit to guide you towards you if you're still single and you haven't met this person. So look out for somebody that I think is probably quite attractive in your eyes. Someone that's a little bit different and quirky. Somebody that's a bit of an oddball, I'm seeing. I also see this being somebody that needs a lot of time alone, I'm sensing. With the insight card here, person in meditation, it says here self-evaluation and awareness. I think somebody that needs a lot of time, potentially also out in nature, doing a lot of self-reflection, contemplation about their life, like setting intentions on their own, maybe spending a bit of time also sort of rejuvenating from being in the limelight all the time. I think maybe that can be quite draining on their energy, so they need a lot of time on their own to rejuvenate and to recharge their energy is what I'm seeing. But somebody that definitely believes in something bigger than themselves and has faith that, you know, they will achieve amazing things this life and that they will meet the person that they want to marry and spend their life with. Beautiful. Moving on from that, your next two cards. You have the new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. Okay, beautiful. What I'm drawn to instantly is the colors in this card. Like navy blue and indigo, purple, violet, related to the upper three chakras. You had the full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Okay, beautiful. And your final card is a card of harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. That really goes well with the full moon in Virgo. Virgos, as I mentioned, also like to spend a lot of time on their own. Virgos represented by the Hermit in Tarot, needing to spend time like soul searching and taking time out to like assess their lives, assess their priorities, work out what their values are, where they're going in life. As I mentioned also, you are good enough. This is somebody that has a lot of self-confidence, really believes in themselves, believes in their talents, knows where they're going in life, and really trusts in like any divine guidance that they're receiving that is leading them on manifesting the life that they want. But I also see somebody that's very, very soft too, has a really soft side to them, even though they can be a little bit uptight sometimes, I sense, when they don't get their own way, which is quite sort of the negative flip side of Leo energy also. Leo can be quite stubborn and confrontational if Leo doesn't get Leo's way, right? I see somebody that really like has a lot of time for other people. With the bubbly personality card here, the full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. And the extroverted card, this is somebody that does have a like soft side to them. I think likes to try and put a smile on people's faces, really likes to try and lift people up, I'm seeing. Virgos make amazing healers. They're very well organized, detail-oriented, really take care of the finer, smaller things. So I just see somebody that has a lot of love to give, that wants to be a healer potentially, or just has a really healing, loving energy anyway. And that really goes well with the sexual energy too, like tantric healing, I suppose, if that's your thing, pile 3. They expect powerful change too. New moon eclipse. This really indicates, like, to me, that this person has really changed their life for the better. Potentially they found spirituality when they were in a really dark place in life, I'm sensing. And it was through trusting in something beyond themselves that allowed them to claw their way out of the darkness and really believe that they have some gifts to offer, that they are indeed for themselves good enough also. And now they've managed to run with that energy, charge full steam ahead with them, putting themselves out there and changing their life for the better and going after the things that they want in life. And because of it also, they're very, very dedicated to their spiritual practices, because it was something that came into their life when they were really, really dark and low, and now they continue that practice to a T to make sure that they can get the most out of it, is what I'm seeing. And I sense that's something that you probably have in common. So I do think this is somebody that you can probably spend a lot of time outdoors too with. If you love connecting with nature, then I see that in your future. I'm envisioning somebody that likes to spend a lot of time maybe out in the peace and quiet in the countryside by like a little lake or a river, meditating and just letting time pass by and enjoying the finer things in life. Beautiful. Moving on from that pile 3, let's see if we can get some further messages, some close-up messages for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck about the person you're going to marry. Spirit, can we please get some further messages, please, for pile number 3 about the person that they're going to marry? Somebody that I think likes to be in the limelight, that likes to make sure that everyone around them is having a good time, to put a smile on people's faces. Somebody that's trusting in something bigger than themselves to like manifest their dreams and goals in life. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Ooh. Beautiful. The Page of Cups. Lovely. Trusting in their strong intuition that are leading them on the way. But also cups related to your emotions. I just get a really like loving, sensual, soft, compassionate energy from this person also with the Virgo card there, full moon in Virgo. Somebody that likes to make sure that everyone else is feeling good about themselves too. But also, with the Page of Cups, it does talk to me about like trusting in divine signs, synchronicities. Somebody that has a lot of belief in the occult, potentially. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Somebody that also has a very youthful energy too. As I mentioned, that likes to have a lot of fun. Whatever they do, I get a lot of like playful, like youthful energy from this group too. Brings that element of like adventure and fun to everything that they do. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Yeah, this person is somebody that just likes to be center of attention and to have a good time. You have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, guiding other people, teaching people, potentially like guiding people through their own beliefs and the experiences that they've managed to overcome. Somebody that likes to stand out in the crowd. You can see the man here like standing on the chair, kind of on a pedestal, that likes to be in the limelight before people. So this person might be very creative or artistic in a way. But definitely just likes to be a leader, that likes to take charge, that likes to help mentor other people, I'm seeing. And in relationship, likes to like ensure that peace and harmony is at the forefront of everything that they do, I'm seeing. That likes to bring out the best in people. Beautiful reading for you, pile 3. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd just like to take a moment to thank your guides and my guides for allowing me to do this reading for you. I had a great time. Hopefully you did too. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 4. Hello, and welcome to pile 4 with this lovely butterfly magnet related to transformations, changes in life. Let's find out about the person that you're going to marry. Before we get onto your oracle cards, we'll start with the personality bowl and get some ideas about their personality. I'm going to draw some cards here. that'll tell us about who they are, their strengths, their weaknesses, the kind of person they are. Try one more. One more. There we go. Ooh, okay, first off, this person is shy. They also have a bubbly personality, which I think is kind of interesting. Those two are almost polar opposites of each other. I sense that they're probably somebody that is quite friendly and very smiley, giggly, but maybe a little bit shy sometimes in front of other people. But they do have an adventurous spirit. This came out for 3 of the 4 piles. Introverted, which isn't surprising if they're shy. We'll put that right there. And your final card is dramatic. Interesting. I feel like we could probably get one more. Oh, beauty, beautiful, lovely. So introverted and shy go quite well. I think they tell their own story. Somebody that maybe isn't the most talkative, can be quite shy around new people, potentially doesn't like to put themselves out in front of people, but they do have a very unique outlook on life. I'm seeing with adventurous and dramatic here. I do sense somebody that likes to try new things, isn't afraid of the new, really. And with beauty here, this relates to inner beauty and outer beauty, kind of like, I guess, the butterfly blossoming from the cocoon. Somebody that probably knows who they are and is quite comfortable in their own skin is what I'm sensing, even though they might be maybe not the most extroverted or loud. I think they're probably the kind of person that allows other people to be in the limelight, to shine bright, and they're okay with that, is what I'm seeing. But they do have a dramatic side to them too. Potentially, in closed doors, they really open up, and their true, enigmatic personality comes out, is what I'm sensing for you, pile 4. Moving on from that, let's have a look at your oracle cards to get a further idea about their personality, about the person you're going to marry. Your first card, ooh, intuition, number 41. Trust, insight, awareness, and guidance. Okay. This does indicate that this person is highly intuitive, and I sense really trusts in any guidance that they're receiving from, the ethereal realms, from their own spirit guides or whatever they believe in, is what I'm seeing. And guidance. Now that's crazy. Intuition and guidance, support, love, signs and directions. Okay, as I mentioned also, somebody that really trusts in any divine guidance they receive is probably very spiritual. This is kind of similar to another pile that I did a reading for. And I sense that this is probably somebody that's very similar to you, that has a similar outlook on life, pile 4. Interesting also that you've got 41 and 47 for pile 4, which I think is kind of synchronistic in its own right, 444, which may be an important number for you. It may be a number that you see when you're on the way to actually meeting the person that you're meant to marry, this person. But it does say here love too. I do sense that this person is quite sort of sensitive with the introverted and shy cards, and the guidance indicating love. This is somebody that's very, very sensitive and probably quite emotional, maybe isn't afraid of showing off their emotions. And that makes sense too, if this person is highly intuitive, because your emotions tend to guide you to make sort of gut decisions on things, right? I think this person really, really trusts in the signs and signals that their body gives them, and any intuitive nudges that they receive about the direction of their life, about potentially how to meet you, the person they're going to marry, about what they need to know in general. I'm actually picking up on somebody that I would say probably has strong claircognizance and has some sudden inner knowings about things that they possibly couldn't have known about beforehand. I also sense this is somebody with the guidance card here that has a strong sense of direction of where their life is going and what they want to achieve in life. With the adventurous card here, this goes quite well with the guidance card about like treating life as a journey and knowing that, you know, it takes one step after the other to make and manifest the life that they want. They're not afraid of achieving big things. I do sense that they've managed to go through a bit of a transformation from their past with the butterfly, and now they trust in themselves. They know that they have a lot of beauty and gifts to offer the world. So somebody that is quite self-aware, I'm sensing awareness, quite self-aware of who they are and where they're going, what they want from life. Your next two cards, sorry, your final cards, I should say. New Moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. Okay, beautiful. That just really like aligns well with what I was saying about somebody that has a strong sense of direction, is working really, really hard to manifesting their goals, manifesting the life that they want for themselves. Ooh, and you have the New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Lovely. Which I think is a strong sentiment about this person anyway. Like the energy that they embody. This is, as I mentioned earlier, is probably somebody that puts other people's needs before their own, that likes other people to stand in the light, that doesn't necessarily need to be the person out in front, is quite happy sort of being in the behind the scenes, in the background, just quietly achieving everything that they want. A quiet achiever is probably a very great way to describe this person. I'm sensing powerful. But also, as I mentioned, with the New Moon in Virgo and the green here related to the heart chakra, Virgos are very, very loving and giving. They like to be of service to other people. I just see this being somebody that does put other people's needs before their own, absolutely. And is probably very, very loyal in relationships too, all of their relationships. This is somebody that would stick by your side through thick and thin, to the bitter end, I'm sensing. But as I mentioned too, with the New Moon in Capricorn, interestingly, you've got two new moons here. I do sense that they've had to change their life somehow for the better. I think they took some time out. Virgo can often also represent, it reminds me of the archetype of the hermit in tarot, of spending some time, taking some time out to find their own direction, to find their calling in life, to find out who they are and what they value in life. And I think now they've spent some time and they've changed their life, like to make sure that everything aligns with that direction. Somebody that is not afraid to go after the things that they want, and knows that it takes hard work and discipline to make it happen. Their hard work is paying off. They're almost achieving all of their goals, is what I'm seeing. Your final card is humility. Beautiful. Bam, that goes really well with the New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take, and that sentiment that this person is somebody that likes to put other people's needs before their own, that has a lot of heart. I'm sensing as somebody that's probably quite empathic also. It says here, you have developed a loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Beautiful. That indicates to me this is somebody that is non-judgmental, that just accepts people at face value, doesn't try and like put people into boxes or judge people on where they are in life. They just accept where they are, and they know that everybody has different paths in life and has a lot of love to give. I'm getting strong like humanitarian energy from this person. I think maybe that has changed their life so that they can be of service somehow. So you might find that this person is somebody that is potentially in the healing modality, or spends a lot of time donating their time or resources to charity or to those people that are less fortunate than their own. So somebody that has a lot of heart and a lot of love to give, which I think is great for you, powerful. This is somebody that I think will not leave your side and wants to create an adventure with you when you get married. There's a lot of beauty too. Inner beauty is what I'm seeing most definitely with this person. Just a really soft, beautiful, compassionate individual that has that great balance of, you know, knowing what they want from life and how to make it happen. Moving on from that pile 4, let's get a closeout message for you from the Rider Waite Tarot. See if we've got any further messages. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, for pile number 4 and who they're going to marry about this person? This person that is very intuitive and has a lot of love to give, that is creating the life that they want through changing their life for the better. That really believes in themselves, but doesn't need to be, that is quite humble and doesn't need to be in the limelight all the time. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4 in this person? Ooh, okay. You get the 10 of Swords there, and it's in reverse. I've decided not really to read cards in reverse anymore, but it has come out in reverse, and I think it really aligns well with the message of, like, really transforming the life for the better. Kind of reminds me of an ego death. Those swords have fallen out now, and they're ready to, like, live life to the max again. That does indicate to me that they've had some hardships in the past too. Potentially they've been mistreated by people. People have taken advantage of them. They haven't always been treated the way that they wanted. So I think now they make an effort day in, day out to always, like, be humble and to be kind and caring and to ensure that they promote humility in everything they do. Somebody that's not jaded and has learned to just accept people for who they are and where they are in life. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4? Ooh, nice. Okay, we'll stop it there. The final card is the 6 of Wands, which does tend to talk about recognition, right? But it also talks about success, triumph, victory. I just think they're on the way to achieving their goals. They know what it is that they want, and they're going after it, guns blazing. They do have the New Moon in Capricorn here. Your hard work is paying off. Lots of Earth energy too with New Moon in Virgo and New Moon in Capricorn. Somebody that's very grounded, that's very driven and practical. That also trusts in their intuition and any guidance they're receiving to a T, so they can actually, like, create that life. And is on the way to achieving amazing things. This is like recognition, public recognition for the things that they've managed to achieve in their life. And I think with you by their side, they're unstoppable, powerful. Go get him. This person has it all. Beautiful reading for you. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd just like to take a small moment to say thank you to my guides and to your guides for allowing me to do this reading for you today. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.